Hello, my name is Simonaz and welcome to another Simonaz Guide video. Today we're talking about level 60 preparation in Season of Discovery. What is coming and what you can do right now to be a step ahead of everyone else, or save gold on materials you need before they go up in price. At the time of recording this video, very little information is confirmed about level 60 Season of Discovery, but we do know a lot from how the level 60 content works on classic era servers, and that is what this video is based on. It's very likely that at least some of this content will be changed for Season of Discovery, but my guess is a lot of it will be pretty similar, and much of the preparation you can do now will pay off in the future. The video description will have links to loads of reputation guides and quest walkthroughs and vendors for all the stuff talked about in this video if you want to see more detailed information, so be sure to check that out. With that all out of the way, let's talk about the first bit of content you can prepare for, and that is the tier 0.5 dungeon upgrade questline. This questline is available to all classes and works the same for all classes to upgrade their rare quality dungeon armor set like Shadowcraft for rogues or Valor for warriors into improved versions with much more stats like Dark Mantle and Heroism. Originally this was added alongside the Encourage raid, but in the previous seasonal classic server Season of Mastery, Blizzard chose to add it in right away at level 60. I think there's a high likelihood that it'll be available as soon as we hit 60 in Season of Discovery, but that's just my guess. The tier 0.5 dungeon upgrade questline is a long chain that sends you all over the world, and most importantly, for the sake of this video, requires a variety of different trade goods that you can acquire right now, and that is the list you're seeing on screen. The stuff on the left is the stuff you can get right now, and on the right are things you'll need but can't get right now at level 50. For more details, check out the tier 0.5 guide linked in the video description. That wraps up the tier 0.5 dungeon quest. Let's move on to the next preparation thing, and it's something I recommend everyone should do. Get exalted with your Battleground Reputations, Warsong Gulch, and Arathi Basin. These factions have provided decent rewards in Phase 1, 2, and 3 of Season of Discovery, but there are even more powerful rewards available at level 60, including epic caster weapons and a nice 3-piece set of shoulder, belt, and boots for everyone from Arathi Basin. In Warsong, we have a level 60 version of the epic bracers as well as epic leggings. These may not be top tier items for every class, but they are definitely powerful and will serve as great power boosts you can equip the moment you hit level 60. As with everything we're talking about in this video, you can find more information linked in the video description, and I'll stop telling you to check the video description for every single thing. There's lots of links there. Next is a little quick one. There are some high level necklace rewards from the Darkmoon Faire that we can't get right now because we're too low level. For 1,200 Darkmoon prize tickets, you'll be able to choose from Amulet of the Darkmoon for physical DPS classes and Orb of the Darkmoon for caster classes. There are a variety of trade goods and drops from mobs that you can turn in as a repeatable quest to obtain Darkmoon prize tickets. Based on my server's current prices, some of the cheapest options are 100 turtle scale leggings, 600 mechanical repair kits, 320 dense grinding stone, or 500 vibrant plumes to get enough tickets for this necklace. So if you want one of these necklaces, I'd check out the prices of those items on your server and see which is the cheapest. Now let's talk about Zul'Gurub. In Classic Era, this is a 20-player raid instance located in Stranglethorn Vale that released between Blackwing Lair and Encourage. When it does release, there will be a few important things associated with it that you can prepare for right now. The first important thing is the optional boss called the Edge of Madness, which spawns one of 4 different bosses on a weekly or bi-weekly rotation depending on how it's implemented. This boss is important because each class has a powerful trinket from it, needing 1 drop from each of the 4 different Edge of Madness bosses to create the trinket. The rogue trinket Renataki's Charm of Trickery is super strong, and some other classes have very good trinkets as well. This boss requires a Gurubashi Mojo Madness item to summon it each time you want to kill it, which is made by alchemists and can be traded to anyone. 1 craft creates 3 mojos, and it requires a Black Lotus, a massive mojo, 6 powerful mojos, and most importantly, 1 Blood of Heroes. The Blood of Heroes are a bind-on pickup material you can get right now and are already kind of annoying to acquire, but will be much more difficult to acquire once more people are interested in getting them and there's more competition for the limited spawns. These are farmed in eastern and western plague lands from the little blood pools you sometimes see around the zone. Looting a Blood of Heroes will get you the items, but then spawn 1 or 2 level 59 elite ghosts that will usually kill you. I've already farmed many Blood of Heroes on my Alchemist and tucked them away in my bank for the day Zul'Gurub goes live, so I can craft plenty of Gurubashi Mojo Madness to both use in my own raids and sell to other people. The other important thing to prepare in relation to Zul'Gurub is the Brilliant Mana Oil and Brilliant Wizard Oil. In Classic Era, these are best in slot temporary weapon enhancements for casters, and the enchanting recipes for them unlock at friendly and honored reputation with the Zandalar tribe, the faction associated with Zul'Gurub. These require Purple Lotus and Fire Bloom herbs. Both herbs are rather low in price on my server right now, as they're not currently used for very much, but you better believe they'll go up in price once players can access Brilliant Wizard Oil and Brilliant Mana Oil. Another faction that some players, especially blacksmiths, should consider is Thorium Brotherhood. This faction unlocks crafting patterns for many fire resistance armor pieces, which may or may not end up being needed in Season of Discovery, but also unlocks a few other very powerful crafting recipes, such as the Epic Axe Nightfall for blacksmiths and the 22 intellect to weapon enchantment for enchanters. There are a few quests available right now you can do in Searing Gorge that will award some reputation with the Thorium Brotherhood, but the majority of reputation gains will come from repeatable turn-in quests from items you can get right now. From neutral to friendly, you'll be turning in Incendisar scales, coal, and one of either King's Blood, Heavy Leather, or Iron Bars, whichever is cheapest on your server. You don't need all three of those. Depending on how many Searing Gorge quests you do, you can lessen the number of turn-ins required. Going from 0 out of 6,000 friendly all the way up to honored will require 960 Dark Iron Residue, which commonly drops from the dwarves in Blackrock Depths, and is often just 2 to 3 silver each on my server. You can do these first two steps up to honored right now, but the quest to gain higher reputation will not unlock until you're above level 50. While you can't do the higher level quests right now, you can stockpile one of the materials to gain reputation all the way up to Exalted, and that's Dark Iron Ore. 10 Dark Iron Ore will get you 50 reputation, so that's 2,400 ore to reach Revered for the Intellect Enchanting formula, and another 4,200 ore to reach Exalted for some of the most sought-after blacksmithing weapon crafts, including the Nightfall Axe. Hydraxian Waterlords is a weird faction associated with the Molten Core raid. The main reward is the Aqual Quintessence, an item needed to be able to summon the final 2 bosses in Molten Core. Your raid will need multiple people with an Aqual Quintessence, or to portal and resummon the same person a few times in order to douse multiple runes of the Fire Lord throughout the raid. This is a pretty obnoxious requirement, and personally, I wouldn't be surprised if it's changed in Season of Discovery, but this is the way it is in Classic Era. In order to get an Aqual Quintessence, players will need to obtain at least honored reputation with the Hydraxian Waterlords, and also complete a questline starting from Duke Hydraxis in Azshara. The easy way to gain this reputation is to clear Molten Core a few times, but you can't exactly do that without having players already at honored. The way those players will have to do this is to grind air and earth elementals in Silithus for 5 reputation per kill. You can do this right now to prepare your reputation ahead of time, and luckily the Essence of Air and Essence of Earth these elementals drop is quite valuable, so you'll be making some gold while farming this reputation. Speaking of raid requirements, the Onyxia's Lair raid is famous in Classic for having the longest attunement quest chain in this version of World of Warcraft. Right now at level 50, Alliance players can begin their faction's Onyxia Attunement quest chain with the quest Dragonkin Menace in the Burning Steppe zone and follow it all the way into Blackrock Depths, but the final stages of the quest are not currently able to be completed. For Horde, unfortunately, the starting quest for your attunement requires level 55, and thus won't be able to be progressed until we can level up a bit more in Phase 4. One thing that is almost certainly not coming out right away is the Naxxramas raid, the ultimate raid in Original Classic. The coveted Tier 3 armor sets from this raid required items from the raid as well as valuable trade goods obtained outside of the raid. You want to stock up on Arcanite bars, Arcane crystals, Nexus crystals, Cured Rugged Hides, and Mooncloth to complete these quests. If you want to prepare for these now, you can, but you'd be preparing for them way ahead of time. The final preparation I want to talk about in this video is the logistics badges from Cenarion Circle. In Classic Era, these quests became available alongside the release of the Encourage raid. They're required for turn-ins for rare and epic quality rewards like the coveted Wrath of Cenarius ring or Earthstrike trinket. There are a variety of different quests that award these, and they're randomly assigned to you. You can get almost all of these things right now, and having a few turn-ins for every possible quest will make your life much easier, and you can sell off whatever excess you're left with To all the other people who didn't prepare ahead of time, while many quests are the same for both factions, some materials are only needed on Alliance and others are only needed on Horde. Be sure to check that the materials you're getting are needed for quests available to your faction. That wraps up the video. That is everything I can think of that you could prepare for level 60 in Season of Discovery. I know I won't do all of these things, but I definitely want to prepare the materials for the tier 0.5 dungeon upgrade questline. I'm super excited to get Dark Mantle set on my rogue. Like I said at the start of the video, the information here is based on how things are on Classic Era servers. Very little information about level 60 content for Season of Discovery is confirmed at the time of recording this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having fun in Season of Discovery, and I hope you have a great day.